Okay, let's try this again. Hi, I'm Courtney. I'm the Mun for Castironloyalty, and here is the overdue Mun video. Now, by the time I get this up and that most people will see it, I will have changed my icon, and I will explain that in a bit later, if I get time. I should do. I only had 2 questions for this. It's an improvement off of last year's Mun video. You know. Anyway, what was it? Yeah. So the first question was to write my 5 favorite muses to play with, and this is troubling because I have a lot of favorite muses because I love everyone. And so if anyone gets sad over this, please don't, because I'm a precious little butterfly and I don't take criticism very well. I'm marking on that, I promise. Let's have a look. The first one is Virgil, and he plays with Nikki. His URL is darknessx within x light hipster. And the main reason that I love playing with him is, that sounds so fucking wrong. The reason I love kind of working with him is because he's a complete dickhead. And he has no conversational skills, which means he's perfect for Nikki. Because Nikki has some skills, and because she's been New Orleans, she's had to develop those skills. Yeah, so it's kind of like they're similar in a way that strikes up interest, and then they're so different because it's like the generation gap, and he's a dickhead and he's selfish, and Nikki still cares more about her sister than she does about herself, and she has already kind of begun to take on some of Mika's traits, and Vampire versus so much fun. It's it was originally the Vampire Diaries first, and then I got into the originals and stopped watching the Vampire Diaries. I just kind of didn't like it anymore. I like the originals. I can't help it, okay? That entire cast is fucking beautiful. Kill me. Yeah, so I just like them for a lot of reasons. Their conflict is just so interesting because it's basically who can be whoever's the least bitchy is the winner, and even then it's not a winner because Carl throws something else into the mix, like a fire. Unnecessary, but you run out of answers, don't you? What else? Who did I say else it was? Okay, so we have C. McManus. And this is Stacey's Connor, because I have 2 Connors and I love them both, but fucking hell. So Stacey also writes novellas, and I love anime sim novellas, even though 3 novellas completely exhaust me. Sorry. So the reason I like playing with Stacey's Connor is because Connor is such a complex character in all his verses. I really have time to flesh out Mika's kind of feelings and really develop her thought process a lot, which is kind of odd to say considering I've had her for almost 3 years, but still. Yeah, and especially in the Glitter Strippers verse, which is Connor's stripper verse, and 18-year-old Mika in a strip club, which I always find is fun. But the fun part about that is that I finally get to develop Mika's character when she's 18, because I've never actually done that. Because when it was in my first year of having this blog, I developed a timeline for Mika and what emotions she felt, but at the time she was 25, so I went back in 2s, and thus I missed out. So I missed out on 18 and I went straight to 17 from 19. And the difference between Mika at 18 and 19 is actually quite significant, because while Mika is still homeless at that point, at the age of 19, Mika is a little more kind of developed, and she's a little more socially aware at that point. So it's just like there's a lot of difference that I haven't been able to dig into because I've never done Mika. Well, that's a lie. I have done Mika younger than 25, which is when she started at 24. But I have done Mika younger. I have done Mika when she was 7, and I have done Mika when she was 15. But nothing like much came of it. And yeah, I really wasn't able to develop the characters that way I wanted to. So, and I've still got all my past verses open, but I still really want someone to do. And I also think that kind of the friendship that Connor and Mika will have in the strippers verse, the strippers verse, is something that I really do want to explore. And because Mika's never really had a friend, so she doesn't know what to do at that point. It's basically socially undeveloped Mika. It's fun, okay? And the next one is Jessie, Little Bird Stark, with the 8 crossed out, like a hipster. Basically, the reason I like playing with Jessie is because she brings out a really kind of playful side in Lily. And, like, it's not really like a side that Lily hasn't shown before. It's kind of the romantic version of that, because she finds Jessie as beautiful. Dawn Princess. That's so cute. Dawn Princess. That's what we're going for here. I have named the ship myself. I called them the Dawn Princesses. That's what I'm sticking to. And if I don't get anything else from Ash. But the reason that I do really like playing with Jessie, because she brings out a kind of she's just as intelligent as Lily. Well, she's more intelligent than Lily, and like I think that Jessie would be able to crack Lily and kind of get down to the core, and I think that Jessie would be like a positive influence for Lily, and I think that I really think that she'd be good for Lily in terms of kind of helping her to deal with her emotions and helping her to deal with like just everything that she knows, because while Lily doesn't know everything that she does as an FBI agent, Lily still finds it hard to kind of deal with certain things, and she doesn't deal with anxiety very well. She doesn't deal with neuroticism very well. She's a very difficult character because she kind of has 2 personalities, and she's lying a lot to people. And so a lot of what she's said to Jessie so far, it's not that it's necessarily been like a lie, but her entire bubbly personality is a lie. She doesn't mean to lie, it's just, it's better if she does, because it saves a whole lot of questions that she doesn't want to answer. And I think that's really, really interesting to deal with. And then, so I'm really just trying to think. Okay, so that's fair. Then my 4th one is Operative Winters. John and James, I really think that, well, first of all, these 2 are just funny. I like how Mika has reduced John to a bumbling, fumbling mess. Because I've seen him around and he's a bit of a smooth motherfucker. Well, now he's a dumb motherfucker. Because it's funny. And I like that he's scared of Nikki. He has nothing to be afraid of, but he's still scared. Oh boy. I just love when that happens, because there is no, well, no, I suppose there is reason to be afraid of Nikki, but unless you kind of hurt her, she's not, unless you hurt Mika, then she's not really gonna do anything bad to you. Yeah, it's like you have to really fuck up. Da 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 da. And what else is there? Yeah, so I think that these 2 will really help kind of like develop Mika and her and Nikki in like relationships, and how they deal with certain things, and how they now they can't work together. The twins can't work together. They have to work with their partners to get over conflicts, because While I haven't planned out anything for John and Mika yet because they're new, I have planned out something for James and Nikki. And it's always fun when that happens because I have angst planned. Well, I say it's angst. We have, yeah, no, it is angst. Yeah, it's wonderful angst. And it's going to be fun to kind of watch how that progresses and see like different sides to James as well as Nikki. It's ridiculous. And then what else? Hunter. I think this is my 5th one, but I went with 6. I've got loads of favourites, okay? Yeah, let's do Hunter and Sky. That's okay. Hunter and Sky got Whiskey and 2 shot glasses and Optimistic Sky with a dash in between. And I really feel like these two will bring out like a kind of really kind of, it'll help develop Lily's morals, like as a person, and like help, like Lily and Sky will definitely be the bro TP for forever, like Deadpool and Nightwing, holla, Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn, holla, yes. Then Hunter and Lily is dealing with those two's pent up emotions and how they are not dealing with them fantastically. And I say that they're not dealing with them very fucking well. So there's that, and I just think that this kind of Bro T3 will bring about something good for them. Because while there is a lot of sad, there is also a lot of happy as well, because Nikki, why do I keep saying Nikki? Lily is the wing woman of the group, and she's kind of smishing Sky and Hunter together. Okay, that's that. And then my second question was to explain what inspired me to make the girls. And I suppose that the person who asked me this expected a kind of long inspirational story about how I created Mika. Lol, no, that's not how this goes. I created Mika purely out of boredom. That sounds, it's like that's basically a letdown, I feel. But I know that something really great kind of came from that. I had Mika and I had Nikki and I had Lily. The reason I decided to create Mika was because I was simply bored. I was looking for another blog to run, and I came up with Mika because I wanted to do a girl who had been through so much and was trying to get back onto her feet. And a lot of Mika being 25, a lot of that year kind of had her figuring out her life and whining and complaining, but it had her figuring out her life and what she wanted to do and how she was going to kind of reintegrate herself into society, because she wasn't always like this. She made herself like this. And then, to be honest, I brought Nikki in November 2013 for a ship, and I think that it is kind of a selfish reason, but I don't have that ship anymore, so I kind of look for other reasons why I kept Nikki's character on. And I think that it's because I wanted to see Nikki redeem herself, because Mika, in the beginning, Mika always had her down as an antagonist, and we never kind of got to see another side to Nikki's character before that. But when I brought Nikki in, I focused on kind of helping her redeem herself with Mika and kind of dealing with getting out of jail and helping her sister. So I kind of wanted to bring another side to Nikki's character and develop that character and kind of bring about something that was kind of, I wanted to help her, and I wanted to kind of give her not necessarily trouble, but I wanted to give her something to work with. I wanted to throw some challenges her way and see how she dealt with that and how she established herself, and the story kind of unraveled. And then with Lily, it's kind of difficult because I always had something planned for Lily. when I was really starting out in this blog and I made the stepfather character, I always thought that what if Leon and Myra had a kid, but I never knew how to play it out. And then so one day I decided, oh, okay, I'm going to bring in Lily, and this is going to be what's happened, and this is how this has worked. And when Lily did come about finally, it was a matter of matching all the pieces and getting them up together. And then I kept Lily on as a proper full-time character because I really wanted to explore Lily's kind of emotional spectrum, because it's very, very different to the twins, and how the kind of lack of family, that there was no connection to family at all. I wanted to see how that affected Lily, because while the twins had family, they had a very bad family, but they were able to experience that kind of bond, even if it was only for a few years. And so I wanted to see that effect. And back to the beginning, by the time that most people will see this, I will have changed my icon. Fucking first page. I will have changed my icon, and there will be 4 people. And the reason that there will be 4 people is because there is a new character. His name is Olivier Kane. He is Karina's brother, and Karina is the romantic interest of Lily. So I decided to bring him around for kind of like a social experiment. Also because I wanted to kind of explore the Kanes further, and then Ollie presented himself and like, here is my story, and it's just like, it was really interesting to me because I'd never kind of played that sort of story. It's sort of similar to the twins in one way, and then in another it's completely different, and it has nothing to do with them. But I think that Olivier is really interesting as a character, and I'm still trying to figure him out. He's been a little bitch, but I think that you guys should go check him out, and I think we should kind of flesh him out together and have fun with it, because yes. If you just go to the tags page, everything for him will be there, because I changed it last night and I added to it, and it's just basically a fuckery. So yeah, that's it. This has been Courtney for today. You'll probably see me around. I will be around all day because I'm still off. I'm still on holiday until next Monday. Boo. And I start work soon, so yeah. This has been Castironloyalty. Peace out.